Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Blues 1975. A YouTuber on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Blues 1975.
This is Super Trux on the Commodore 64, released by Elite in 1988. It was also released on the Amstrad, the ZX Spectrum. I think I've got a gameplay of the ZX Spectrum. I say I think I've got a gameplay. I've got a nagging memory I've played it, but I have not gone back to confirm it. So maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Maybe I'll get around to doing it. Maybe I'll get a white stick. I'm pretty sure there was a Commodore Amiga version and an Atari ST. It's a stage-by-stage racing game. However, unlike most other racing games, because it was all about having your shtick and getting an edge or being different to your opponents, or in this case being edgy, because look how they've spelled truck. That's right, bad spelling is cool. The kids really seem to dig it. But yeah, in this racing game you are in the cab of a truck. I think I do remember back in the day, in the mid to late 80s, on a Saturday or Sunday morning on terrestrial TV, you used to get to see big cab truck racing. And even as a kid, you know, not wise in the way of the greenery, which quite frankly I call bullshit on these days anyway, I looked at it and saw the absolute filth coming out of these cabs when they were racing, like 30 of them on a track at once, and thought, yeah, how is this allowed? How is this a thing? But then to be fair, you can say that any motorsport is not really is not environmentally friendly. So when you get people like Lewis Hamilton going around the world in their private jets so they can land in places and then go and pick all the plastic off the beach and say, look, I care about the environment, yet they are a member of Formula One, which is arguably one of the most pollutant sports in the world, I call bullshit. I also would like to call Hamilton, pay your fucking taxes in Great Britain. Just saying. Right, anyway, so let's get into this. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I played it on the Spectrum because I recognised the screenshots when I looked up some information on what the game is about. But basically, racers have covered Europe by push bike, car, plane, and even hot air balloon. That must have been a really interesting race, a hot air balloon race, wow. Now it is the turn of the truck. 9 European cities that come together toward the Super Trux trophy, the most prestigious, I doubt that, and coveted trucking trophy ever devised. London, Paris, Brussels, I like the way they misspelt that, Rome, Madrid, Voges, Venice, Pisa, Athens, blah 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 blah. So yeah, it's a truck racing game all across Europe, hence that lovely title screen. And let's take a moment to listen to the wonderful synth chip music. Right, there you go, let's get into it. So F1 quit game, I'm not a quitter. F3 pause. Well, fire to go it is then, fire. So that's me, the Super Trux. Traffic lights at the top, time and information top right, we are in London. What an accurate portrayal of London. Left, right, forward is accelerate, back is brake, top left were the lights, but also you've got an arrow system that tells you which way to turn. Considering we're in a massive, beefy truck, all I can say is, I sound like an angry wasp. Also, this is better than most trucks. Why are the cones in the middle of the track? Just saying. Better than most racing games on the Commodore 64. Oh, sound like over the engine, points for the reference. But look, when we go straight, I'm going straight. If this truck is a rocking, don't come knocking. How the hell did a single traffic cone slow me down? Right, I'm not a fan of anything when up is accelerate. Because, what a sudden stop that was. It means it kind of impacts upon your steering. So we got a fire button that does nothing. Could have made, you have to press it to start at the lights to be fair. Could have made it accelerate. I know the C64, Commodore 64 Dave, just because you own a C64 Mini doesn't mean you have to call the actual machine a C64. Sorry Dave. Yeah, I know it's an only one button machine, although there were ways around that when I used to play Frodo on my, on you know, the emulator on my Wii. But up and accelerate, not getting on. Don't like the cones in the track. we might have to put, this is a hacked ROM, we might have to do a few cheats, but we'll have one more go. But yeah, why? Press fire, start. Don't know why there's a tar to the left of me there for some random reason, but look at the lights, amber, green. So there's no gear change. Probably makes sense, because how many gears would you have in a truck? Like a gazillion. Scrolling's nice. I don't know if there's any undulation. Unlike most racing games on the Commodore 64, we do have a decent amount of background, you know, or trackside effects, I should say. Oh, why are they in the road? It's hard enough to stay on the bloody road as it is, especially with this stupid up is accelerate witchcraft. So also, the problem with that is, can't touch another truck, can't touch a cone, hard enough to stay on the road, trucks are massive, here's some cones. Stupid is what it is. Got good reviews on the Spectrum, have no idea, fuck's sake, what it got on the Commodore, but the most prestigious truck racing event in Europe. Really? How the fuck? I mean, are they supposed to be on the outside of the track? And they're just bleeding into the track because, you know, video game land and shit? I don't know. I'm Optimus Prime, by the way. Just thought I'd tell you that. Just get up, transform and run. Your cones mean nothing to me. See? That's fucking stupid. You've taken what could have been a fun game and you completely fucking ruined it by putting cones in. I'm cheating. Let's level skip. Right, so I've just given myself unlimited time per stage, which is not going to make hitting the cones any less bloody annoying. Having said that, I am pissing and moaning because I do think the cones are poorly placed on the track, but if it could let you hack the controls, so you could assign them, because I'm playing this on my C64 Mini with my Retrobit control pad, so I could assign brake and accelerate to buttons on the pad, and then just have to worry about the D-pad being left and right. I'm sure it wouldn't be as hard as I'm finding it, and I would stop pissing and moaning quite so much. But then, as I always say, I'm sure there are people out there who can piss through this. Music in game would be nice. Oh, sorry, I pressed fire, I didn't press accelerate. Also, I understand that it's got to show us the directions like that, but why are the traffic lights still on the outside? I don't know what I hit there, and I pressed fire. Was fire something? I haven't looked top right. Also, that thing in the background, we all remember that from the skyline of London, don't we? See, you got to brake so hard because there's no room in these cones, especially when there's another truck in here. They're bad enough without a truck. There any chance of winning it under normal time constraints? Just ain't gonna happen. I'm assuming that Lucas is a real sponsor for truck racing. Look, the one building of the skyline of London. Oh, now there are two. Yoink. Oh. I mean, I know you got to persevere and stuff like this, but this is just not fun. I don't understand, again, why you've dumped fucking traffic cones, bollards, if you will, in the middle of the bloody, excuse me, that's all the shit that's coming out my tailpipe, in the middle of the bloody road. This counter got good reviews. See, now, obviously on a real C64, Commodore 64 Dave, Commodore 64, or Commodore 64, or C64 Maxi, get it right, I could set keys. I think I could set keys, I couldn't see them on the title screen. So obviously keys, because I might, if I haven't done a gameplay of the Spectrum, I'm pretty sure I have, I might go back and visit it. Keys will make this a whole different ball game. I'm assuming that I'm still alive means we do have infinite time. Yep, look. Oh! That's not the best split in a road ever, but it was there, a la Outrun. The road splits an Outrun on the Spectrum that it does on the Master System. Did you know that? I'm not saying the Spectrum version is better, but I'm just saying it does. Oh, look! So, it's got a non-linear... What? They do like this shit, don't they? Track progression. I should have looked up a map. I'm guessing it came with a map. Also, we're in France. I just checked it out. I didn't ever remember that Paris, yes I have been, was an open desert with grassy roads. Oh, Oh, that's something new. Oh, different obstacle. Immovable force and shit like that. This is not a fun game. This is killing my hand. And I'm cheating. Ooh. Super Trux. It's super something, alright, but it's not trucks. Although, to be fair, if you're a massive fan of, like, truck racing, thanks to, I think it was Channel 4 back in the day, you probably would have loved this. In 1988, I was in Master System Town, so not so much me. What, you're mixing it up now. We've got those red and white striped boards. We've also got cones. Anyone forget that this is actually a truck racing game? Should have called it Super Obstacle Course. Could at least, if since I don't use fire for anything, could at least maybe use it for my undulation, for my air horn. Just saying, would have been a nice little nod, a little bit of fun. What's not fun is the massive amount of damage I'm doing to my left hand. Oh, that one took forever. Oh, where are we now? Madrid. Looks like the 8th sphere of hell. Oh. Sorry, Mother Nature, not sorry. Hashtag filthy racing is cool. Hashtag pay your taxes. What is this? So what is it? This is stupid. You've taken any enjoyment could have been had. I understand that, you know, we need corners and things like that. And splits in the road. But we don't need fucking obstacles in a race against other vehicles. Because let's put this in perspective. If this was real truck racing, think of the size of a big cab truck. And then you decided, hey, do you know what would be really cool on top of making them race across Europe? We'll make it an obstacle course. Ooh. Shame on you, Elite. Could have been fun. I don't think... I don't know again. Do you know what? I might revisit the Spectrum version because it's got that nice monochromic driving, you know, style of graphics they always use for driving games. Like, I think Activision invented it. You know, Outrun used it, Enduro Racer used it, Power Drift used it, Turbo Outrun used it, Chase HQ perfected it, Le Mans pretty much up there as well. So yeah, I might go back and visit it. But if you don't see it again, revisit it, it's because I tried it and it plays exactly the same as this, and I couldn't be fucked. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not having a super trucksing time. Smoking the Bandit lied to me, and to a lesser degree Convoy. Oh. Ooh. I'll tell you what's not lying, the hand cramp in my left hand right now. It's very real. I just realised there's a little bit of reflection on the windows on the back of my cab, so that's a bit pointless. Oh, where are we? I can't look up right, I don't want to crash. I'm waiting for the inevitable obstacles. We're in Pisa. Look, look. Maybe we could ram it from the other side and correct it. Why the fucking hell with the fucking traffic cones? If the likely event of whoever wrote this game is watching this video, I want answers. What's with the traffic cones? It's not a perfect racer without them, but any fun you could have had from it is being completely pissed out the window. Well, not just the traffic cones, obstacles in general. Unless they're steering me away from the Tower of Pisa. Because that's actually how it got knocked down. Oh look, straight ahead, thanks for that one. Honk, honk. Gas punch, honk. Honk, honk. Points for the reference. Oh, it's got nothing to do with trucks. Oh look, look. Oh, I've just worked it out. Sorry, I haven't just worked it out. It was telling me all along. Where you get the arrow in the middle at the top of the screen. Look how slow I'm going. I still can't avoid him. Right? It says, oh look, undulation, hill. Actually had a man, you know, with a shovel. So it was roadworks. So basically, you've decided to do this big truck, you know, race across all of Europe, but you haven't, you know, checked any of the roads first, undulation, to make sure that there aren't roadworks. That's either incredibly lazy programming to lengthen the game, or if it was a real event, they just couldn't be asked. Fuck it. Pick a start place on a map and pick a bit at the end, and then just send everyone forth in their big trucks. Kids will love it. We'll put it on Channel 4 on a Saturday morning. And or Sunday morning. Well, there you go. Super Trux on the Commodore 64. Can't really complain about the controls. That's not really its fault. That's how driving games worked back in the day, and you could probably circumvent that with a keyboard. But what I can complain about is this stupid idea that there are roadworks, these things, across every bloody track from London throughout Central Europe. It's just stupid. It removes any level of enjoyment, because like I said, I could probably have dealt with the controls, but this constant not being able to fucking overtake a truck, or having to slow down to tortoise pace, or just look, they're ganging up me, they're attacking me in fucking formations now. This has just ruined any potential of fun this game could have had. If you had this back in the day on the Commodore 64 or any of the versions, I would love. There's a gap in the middle of them I just looked at. I would love to know what you think. Especially if you found it a piece of piss, it can fly through it, but I'm not going to lie, I find this whole roadwork scheme just fucking cheap, and I don't like it, and I'm going to tell an adult. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Balls.